to everything. Okay, so the first is we changed, based on some of the feedback from that survey, anyone who signs up for our mastermind officially, you'll get full access to the Edupreneuer Academy. And this is the course that we've talked about on here before. There's two versions. The first one is really more focused on launching micro schools and private schools. The second version will be focused on EdTech products and services. You'll get full access to that as a member, and then each session includes the guest speaker, and we're going to look at the guest speaker topics on the next slide. Then solving a member business problem, where we're on the new site, you'll have a spot where you can submit your issue for consideration, and then there's no reason for you to go through this where you have to figure out every little decision. We've got a great group of people. Let's tap into each other's brain power, if you will, and start solving those business problems with other people who know the industry and know what's going on. We'll have that curated section for the product, service, or opportunity, and that's going to be great. So then, additionally, you'll get access to all of the Slack channels, all the previous recordings, and the special one-time meetings. We've got a handful of these one-time specific special meetings. If you're at DLAC this year, we're going to do it in person. But then we've got some special sessions that are going to be not on Mondays, and in addition to kind of level set your personal life with your business life. You know, we're all business owners and we know how crazy and hectic life gets. And so she's got some tips and tricks that she has come across and things for us just to consider as we balance family life with business, with all the other things that are pulling at our time. And some of the guest speakers. So first semester, we have another person coming on to understand the government affairs angle of your small business and why that's important for us to consider. Number two, scaling and prepping your business for a sale or a clean exit. For several of us, the plan is to scale and get something built so that we can make a clean exit out of the business within, the next 5 to 10 years. An interesting topic that I'm really looking forward to is doing your due diligence before purchasing a product or another business coming up. And then understanding the P&L, creating the business budget, and more. So this is really going to focus on the financial side. And if you've ever looked at a P&L in your QuickBooks and said, I have no idea what I'm looking at here, or I have no idea how this impacts what decisions I need to make for my business moving forward, that's the session that you're going to want to join. Really impactful, just meat and potatoes kind of stuff for a small business owner. And then we've got a guy who's going to come and help us talk about writing a book that tells your story, whether self-published or going the publisher route. The point is, writing a book brings instant credibility. It doesn't have to be long. He's going to share some of the things that he's done and lessons that he's learned having gone both routes in the past. You're going to love that. Then second semester, weaponizing your small business data for offensive or defensive needs. A lot of pieces that we need to think about now so that we've collected the right data so that the data can be used effectively in the future. That one's going to be incredibly vital. Then next, what is a fractional CFO and do I need one? And we've got a fractional CFO who's going to come answer that question and help us determine what they do and if that is something that we need, or at what point do we finally need to get a finance person involved in a more formal role. Then understanding and protecting the data in your organization. If you've ever gone through the process of making sure that your data is safe and secure, specifically those of you with student data housed within your organization, that's really important. But it goes beyond that. What is our responsibility? What is not our responsibility? And those kind of things. And then the education landscape in 2023, we've got probably this one is going to be a panel of key voices in the education space to share where they see everything moving in 2023 and beyond and how that will impact specifically around like artificial intelligence and ChatGPT and how that impacts, some of our businesses. And then sales, and more sales. We've got a guy named Jason who's going to come in, and he's been in education sales for a long time. He's going to share tips, tricks, best practices, and get us to increase our revenue that way. And then finally, we will be creating proposals and closing the deal. This one is going to be really good. If you recall, Scott Burdett, who was our March of 2022 Mastermind guest speaker, he's coming back and he's going to talk about that.